Right, from 105.1 The Buzz, joining us live right now. Good morning.
Morning.
Morning, guys.
Morning. All right, so I didn't know there was going to be a new Transformers movie until this news came
What
out
is
about
this,
it.
number 17?
I have no idea. I saw the
How
first
many
one.
are there
That's about it. But Pete Davidson going to be in it apparently.
Yes, he's joining the franchise, and I haven't watched one either since Shia LaBeouf was in it. So
Yeah.
I am also dating myself, but he's actually going to play one of the Transformers. He's voicing them. And at first I got very confused because they shared like some behind the scenes of him like in a studio, doing character voices or whatever. And I was like, is this a cartoon? But it's not. It's a live action. It's called Rise of the Beasts. And because he's a Transformer, they're not actually going to like dress him up in a giant suit. He just literally lends his voice, but it looks pretty good. And I'm excited for him because a lot of times when people leave SNL, you worry like, I don't know, how's their career going to go? Are they going to land any gigs? And this is a pretty big one to fall on.
Yeah, absolutely. Honestly, I feel like a super smart move here because he is probably getting a pretty nice little check. This is a pretty big franchise and it's his voice. So it's not like he's going to get, it's not, actors are worried. It's like they don't want to do a superhero movie or they don't want to do this or that.
But this isn't going to be like an
pegged
acting
in
chop
any role.
situation.
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't have to do any like physical tasks. There's no flips needed. He's just got to be able to talk. And then the other thing too is they said is it's going to bring the Transformers franchise into the 90s. So that made me even more intrigued. So I don't know if that means there's going to be like beepers and pagers.
Going to throw it back.
Oh.
Everybody rushing home on a Friday night to watch Full House. I'm not sure exactly what that means, but I'm here for it.
Interesting. Yeah, bring on more 90s stuff.
Based on everything that Liz just explained, the only thing I'm really interested in about this movie is the soundtrack. Forget like Pete Davidson, the Transformers, and all that. I just want to hear the '90s soundtrack they
90s tunes.
come up with.
Yeah, well, let's be honest. The bar for voice acting is now pretty low after Chris Pratt became Mario. So Pete Davidson is just fine. He'll do just fine.
You knew he hasn't let that go.
Oh, I will not let up on that. I will not.
Interesting. Well, we'll have to wait and see when that one comes to the big screen. Hey, Lizzo did a really big spread for Vanity Fair, and some of her interview is making some headlines. I guess she was throwing a little shade.
Yeah, she doesn't like men that are Aries. And I laughed so hard when I saw this. So she talked about tons of things. She talked about how she didn't fit in when she was younger, how she was really into rock music and Radiohead, how she only puts positivity into her music because she only wants positive in her life, but that she'll talk about struggles she's gone through. But then they asked her, what are you? Are you a Taurus? And she's like, yes, I love being a Taurus, and goes on this whole thing. And then she lets us know her least favorite Zodiac sign is Aries and that she can't stand Aries men, which I feel like all of us have that one sign that we just do not mesh well with as a Pisces. And I know you're a Pisces too, Emily. You're going to be here with me. I cannot do Geminis.
Thank you.
Gemini men's. I can be friends with women that are Geminis, but any man, put me in a professional setting, romantic setting, it doesn't work. Does not work.
So just to dial it back a little bit. So if there are people out there like me who don't know what any of these things mean,
Travis's eyes
like
just
what kind of person, Mike as well, what kind of personalities, what are we talking about here? So is Aries not a positive person?
How much time do we have? No,
not a ton. But
well, long story short, I mean, the Aries is a fire sign, right? So they've got some different personality traits. They're usually very strong,
loud and in your face,
strong-willed, loud in your face, kind of type A, very go, impulsive sometimes can be.
So that's not Lizzo's vibe.
No, I was just looking up.
She's a Taurus.
She's a Taurus sun, Virgo moon, Leo rising. So that totally makes sense to me why she would want to.
So the Taurus sign, I like to think of Taurus as kind of like the mashed potatoes of the Zodiac signs. They're a comfort sign.
Yeah.
They like all the comfort.
Yeah.
And then when you throw in Virgo, it means they like rules, order, and structure.
Right.
So that's her.
Right.
When you put her with an
With
Aries,
a little bit of Leo flair, and then you've got Aries just like in your face, and they're all intense, and it doesn't work. Yeah. No.
I'm still excited about that Transformers soundtrack.
Oh
I have no idea what's going on over here. All I know is that when Liz and I got paired together to come out here and do this morning show together, the first thing she did was look up what sign I am, and she decided that she could work with me.
He's a Leo, and I was fine with that. And this is no shade to former coworkers that may or may not watch this at some point. It doesn't work. We just don't get along.
So what's a Leo? What's like a sign of a Leo?
Well,
they're the lion.
They're the lion. They're very like spotlight, it's usually on you. They're kind of like the center of attention sometimes.
Mike, how do you feel about that?
I am the antithesis of everything that should be.
But it also depends on so much other stuff in your chart. So, and I'm not one of those people that like will get someone's sun sign and then be like, oh, I'll assume a bunch of things and like write them off right away. There's more layers to it.
So this isn't as cut and dry as being just like, oh, you're an Aries. Like there's more. There are other levels.
I could talk to you about this all day.
We should.
I know you don't want to.
No.
But
we should not today because we're running out of time. Quite literally, we're running out of time. We have to let you go in a second. But we should do a segment where you do like a reading of myself or Kelly.
Oh my gosh.
And then like explain it.
I don't know enough to do that. But
judging by what we just talked about, I disagree. You just spat off like 8 terms and words that I did not know before this.
Yeah, I mean, I would need to see where your Venus is, where your Mars is, all kinds of stuff. So, you know.
I would also like to add really quickly, Mike, while he is a Leo, also one of his bad tattoos is the fact that he is a Leo. He has it tattooed on his body.
There it is.
Show
Boom.
it off, Mike.
Oh, man.
That's the only thing that has anything to do with Leo, that's me.
When we don't see Mike back here on the call tomorrow, we know why. He's like, I'm done.
He's like, I can't handle y'all anymore. All right, guys, we got to go. We'll see you tomorrow.